As we understand ratio a little bit more, it's time to start reasoning those ratios, and therein comes the rate. Okay, a lot of times when we see ratios, it will be within a rate, and a rate is a ratio comparing two quantities. Well, okay, that's exactly what a ratio is, comparing two quantities, but a rate compares those two quantities that have different units of measure. So we're not going to measure the exact same things like red dots to black dots. No, we're going to be looking at a little bit different things. So let's talk about a couple rates here. When I was a child, I collected baseball cards, basketball cards, well, football cards, just about any kind of cards I could get. And in each of those packs was a certain amount of cards. Say I saved up some money and I went to the card store downtown and I walked away with 3 or 4 packs. And then I just open them up and I'm looking for my favorite card, and I count up all my cards and I realize, hey, I bought 3 packs and I got 36 cards. Okay. A lot of times when we see rates, it will be in a table such as this. So I opened 3 packs and I got 36 cards. Maybe my brother gave me another one because he was feeling nice, and maybe didn't tell on mom what he did or something. So I get 4 packs and I'm up to 48 cards. So I want to find the rate. I want to find that ratio that's comparing these two quantities. So I look at this and say, with this I want to write that rate 3 different ways. Okay? Because this is how we're looking at with rates and ratios. Okay? 36 cards to every 3 packs. Okay? You can write that without the words. I just want to get used to showing that. Or 36 cards to 3 packs. Sorry, that's kind of bad writing. Or we can write it as a fraction, 36 cards over 3 packs. 36 cards for every 3 packs. So as I'm looking at this, I'm trying to find that rate. So I know that 36 divided by 3 is 12. So if I'm seeing that, I can complete this table. 12 cards. If I have 2 packs, that's 24. And all of these now work. So 12, 24, 36, 48, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know that the rate is, comparing those two things, the rate 36 cards for 3 packs, 48 cards for 4 packs, 24 cards for 2 packs. Now I want to talk about unit rate. A unit rate is a special type of rate. It helps us figure out a whole lot of things because a unit rate is a rate making a comparison to 1 unit. Okay, so a lot of times we need to break things down to 1 unit, and that's called a unit rate. So the unit rate for cards to packs is 12 to 1. 12 cards for every pack. 12 cards for every pack. 12 cards to every 1 pack. That's a unit rate. 1 is the big number when we're talking unit rate. Okay. 1 unit rate. Okay. So we see it over here in a table. I want to go to another table over here. Say one of your New Year's resolutions is to stop drinking Diet Coke. And then at the end of 2 weeks you realize, hey, I've saved $30. That's not bad. So maybe after a month, at the end of January, you've already saved $60 because you're not going to the gas station every day to buy that Diet Coke. So now we want to find the rate. What's happening every time? So as we write this rate, that can be 30 over 2, $30, okay, because we're talking about money here, $30 for every 2 weeks, or $30 to every 2 weeks. So we're writing that rate the 3 different ways we know as a ratio. Okay. Now we want to find out, well, fractions are just fancy division problems. That's why fractions come in handy. 30 divided by 2 is 15. So it looks like you're saving $15 every single week. So 15, 30, 15 over 1, 30 over 2. 15 times 3 is 45. 15 times 4 is 60. 15 times 5 is 75. And you could continue that throughout the year if you bought that Diet Coke about every day. Okay. So we've found a rate. 30 to every 2. $30 for every 2 weeks. The unit rate is when we bring that down to 1. A comparison down to 1 unit. So that's the unit rate. $15 for every 1 week. Okay? And we'll be using unit rates and rates throughout math and algebra. It's really life. That's what life is shown in rates and unit rates. So hopefully this helps you understand rate and unit rate.